Hi, you're at HANKSTERS in Daytona Beach, Florida. And today we have a kind of a neat toy here for you. It's a 1971 Ford Ranchero. Like a Chevy El Camino, only Ford's version of it, Ranchero. This particular one is kind of unique in a lot of different ways, and we'll get to the drive on this at the very end. Got a surprise for you. Paint on the car is very, very nice. It's driver quality. It's as nice. It's actually nicer than it was when it left the factory in 1971, and a lot of it still is original. It's been touched up a little bit here and there, but very minor touch-up on this vehicle. Has the peekaboo headlights in the front, chrome on the bumper with the optional bumperettes, bumper guards in the front. Both headlights actuate and work as they should. They're vacuum actuated, and they work absolutely perfect. Finish of the hood is nice, like I stated. Fitment is very, very nice on this car, both sides. Just a really nice Ford Ranchero across the front end here. Okay, across the front end, you can see the grill, the egg crate type grill in this is all intact. All the chrome on it is very nice. The finish is nice. The fitment's nice. Like I said, the chrome on the bumper is just really, really nice on this. Front valance isn't dented or pulled or marked in any way. Has a real nice, dramatic looking front end to it. You know, very sharp with the hidden headlights on it. Great looking nose on this Torino. Very, very nice. Okay, going down the driver's side of our Ranchero, you see the side marker lights are very, very nice. What's unique about this vehicle is it is a Ranchero Squire, which gives you the, well, I call lumber. You got lumber down the side of the vehicle. It really, really has a nice look to it. It looks like to be real wood. Obviously, it is not. It's plastic. It's very easy to take care of. But it gives you the impression that it is wood down the side of this, like a woody wagon. Rally wheels all around our vehicle. Really add a nice touch to it. Vinyl covered top in white. Really in great condition. It appears to be the original vinyl top that came on this car. The original mirrors, right and the left one. Driver obviously, but it does have one on the right-hand side. Front glass is tinted. Appears to be the original windshield. I can't see where it's ever been out. All the trim around the windshield is correct and nice. Very nice fitment. Drip rail is just as nice. No dents, no marks as you can find. Window wipes are original. And we could use one here on the outside. We're going to replace the outside window wipe on the Torino here on our Ranchero. It's okay, but it's starting to show its age into rubber parts, so we will replace that prior to shipping the vehicle. Chrome on the handle, very, very nice. Little tiny bit of patina, but original and not noticeable. A little tiny bit of a mark right here on the top. You may be able to see it, you may not, but it just needs a touch-up. Obviously, it's about that long. It's a little crack in the vinyl that'll be addressed also. Trim around the back window, which is also tinted, because this vehicle does have air conditioning. Door to the quarter panel, fitment is very nice, just as it is from the front fender to the door. It's hard to see with the lumber on the side of it, but the fitment of the door and quarter and front fender is very, very nice on this vehicle. Everything lines up as laser straight as you could possibly ask for. The paint, what there is of it, is very, very nice on the car. It's not chipped up or marked up. I really don't see any marks or chips on it anywhere, actually. And obviously, there's none on the wood grain or the molding that goes down the side. Gives you that Country Squire look to this vehicle. Very, very nice down the driver's side. I don't see anything out of place at all on it. Okay, across the back of our Ford Ranchero, paint is just as nice as it was on the driver's side. Again, your molding and your wood grain fitment is just as sweet as can possibly be. No corrosion or anything. A couple little bubbles underneath the underneath the wood grain. Other than that, nothing. Chrome on the bumper is just as nice as it was when it was brand spanking new. Tail light assemblies with the chrome trim around them. The chrome is beautiful. Lenses are nice and shiny and clear. Backup lights the same way. Yeah, both sides the same way. They're both really, really exceptionally nice. No issues whatsoever on the back end of this vehicle. Very, very nice. Look at that one little mark on the wood grain, but I don't even know what it is, but it's not anything to concern yourself with. Okay, at the beginning of this video presentation, I told you we'd have a surprise for you at the end. We have a neat vehicle here in the fact that it is a Torino truck with the Squire package, lumber on the side of it for you, and the Tonto package. But check this out. This is where all the magic is in this vehicle. 429 Cobra Jet engine from the factory. Fin valve pan covers from the factory. Original air cleaner. It does have a Holley on it. Factory air conditioning, power steering, power brakes, new shocks. Everything on this thing has been addressed. You can see it's got all new fasteners with the cadmium plating on them. New starter relay, new battery, new ignition system, new master brake cylinder on it with the new lid. This car is as nice a vehicle as you'll ever find, and try to find another one with a 429 Cobra Jet in it. We have it here at HANKSTERS for you. Okay, we're inside our Torino truck. White bucket seat interior, original interior in this vehicle too, by the way, with the matching white headliner. Sun visors are white the same way to match. You can't see it in the video, but there's a cover over the original spare with the jack in it yet from the factory, and it's also white. Carpeting's black to accent it. You can see everything, all the accents on the doors, the chrome, everything is as nice as you could possibly hope for. Remote control mirror. Power steering, power brakes, as I stated. It does have a gauge package in it with auxiliary gauges also. Air conditioning ducts, all the vents and everything are nice and clean, just the way they were when they were new. A great interior. There's no issues on any of the interior of this car. The door panels, the seats, the headliner, nothing. It's just the way it was in 1971 when it left the factory. Dash has no cracks on. Yes, it does. I found a crack. I knew I'd find something eventually. There is a little crack here just from age and the sun, of course, on this dash. But that's it. That's the only thing we could find on the entire vehicle. You got a great 429 Cobra Jet Country Squire, Ranchero Squire, 71 Torino truck here at HANKSTERS. Okay, going down the passenger side of our Ranchero Squire. Side marker light, nice and clean and clear and crisp. All the molding, all the simulated genuine imitation wood on the side of this is all nice, good looking. Paint on the vehicle is beautiful. It's beautiful the whole way around the other side. Even down low, there's no stone chips or marks or anything on it. It's very, very nicely done. Fitment from the quarter panel to the door is very, very nice. Same with the bottom to the rocker panel, same way. This door handle has a little tiny bit of patina that you can kind of see but you can't feel. Trim around the window, same as the other side, just as nice and clean as can possibly be. No marks, no dents anywhere on it. The top is beautiful on this side. The other side does have that little tiny little crack which we'll address, but this one has none. Drip rail, no marks, no deviations, no dings, nothing whatsoever on it. Again, we're going to put new whiskers on both doors. This one appears to be a little better than the driver's one just because probably less usage, but they come in a pair, so you get two new ones, inner and outer on both sides. Trim around the front windshield the same way, and it is tinted nice as can be. Original Ford style antenna on the car. Door to the front fender fitment, absolutely beautiful. Ranchero Squire designation on the front. Front marker light just as the rear, as nice as could possibly be. Beautiful car. 71 Torino Ranchero truck, however you want to designate this thing, but it is called a Ranchero. It does have a lot of amenities to it, a lot of extras. I can't see anything on this other than maybe power windows that are missing as an option. The bed in this, which you can't see because of this cover, which, by the way, this is part of the Lone Ranger package. You get a Tonto cover with it, so that's what this is. Anyway, you got lumber on the side of it. You got a Tonto cover. You got a vinyl top. You have a 71 Torino truck that is as nice a one as you'll ever find. And the surprise is under the hood of this thing, and it's available here at HANKSTERS. Hi, you're at HANKSTERS, Daytona Beach, Florida. 71 Ford Ranchero. Picture a Cobra Jet pickup truck. That's kind of what we got here. Really neat vehicle. 429 Cobra Jet engine in this guy. Front disc brakes. Heavy duty sway bar. You can see the motor's fresh. No oil leaks whatsoever on the engine, the bell housing area, or the transmission. Subframes are beautiful on the vehicle. Does have power steering. Floor pans, no problems whatsoever. The original drop downs from the floor pans to the rocker panels are still there, and pinch weld still intact. 2 1/4 inch exhaust off of the cast iron headers that came with this car. Crossover pipe, H-pipe, gives you another 10-15 horsepower, plus a lot of mid-range torque having that crossover on it. Actually makes the car a little quieter also. Again, the subframes toward the back, really nice condition. Original brake lines, original fuel lines, parking brake still intact and functional. Again, no leaks in the back part of the transmission. And I did mention disc brakes in the front. Everything looks good. The calipers look fresh. The rotors look good on the car. I don't see anything at all that you can have an issue with on this vehicle. Really a nice looking vehicle underneath so far. We're about halfway through it, and I haven't found a thing yet, but we're still looking, see what we can do. Going back toward the rear of our vehicle, again, the floor pans are absolutely gorgeous. No rust. All the ribbing in them is original and nice. Splatter undercoating from the factory from Ford yet. Torque boxes are really nice where it's starting the subframes in the rear. Subframe in the front. I just see something. There is a jack mark here, passenger side, where someone inadvertently, through the years, who knows when, put a jack there and tried to lift this vehicle up, and apparently did, and kind of kinked that. There's a mark in this subframe. Doesn't hurt it structurally, it doesn't hurt the integrity of the vehicle at all, but I just want you to know that it is there. We did find it, and it's there. Again, the torque boxes in front of the spring shackles, your spring mounts in the rear, just as nice as could possibly be. Our 2 1/4 pipes transition into brand spanking new Flowmaster mufflers. 9-inch heavy-duty Ford rear end in this particular vehicle. Nice curvature to the rear springs. The shocks are fairly new in this truck too. They don't look like they're really that old. And again, they have a set of helper springs in the back actually, so you can haul a little bit more of an extra load on this vehicle if need be. Subframes in the back are really nice. Up over the axle, which houses finned drum brakes in the rear. Discs in the front, drums in the rear. You can see our 9-inch Ford has no leaks, no issues whatsoever. Tailpipes appear to be 2 1/8 inch to drop downs, one on each side, inside the fender wells, about 1.5 feet from the rear of the vehicle. Subframes toward the back are real nice and clean and crisp, so is the floor. The bed of the pickup truck, original gas tank in the vehicle, and there's no dents or marks or any issues with it whatsoever. Drop downs in the quarter panels are just as fresh and clean as can be. It's a really nice vehicle. Other than a couple little marks that I pointed out, that's pretty much it. There's nothing under this vehicle that's an issue. Everything else appears to be just the way it was in '71 when it left the factory.